Good evening, my good evening, my dear Toastmaster friends and guests. Uh, if you're able to see the positive side of everything in life, you will be able to live a much richer life than people who look at it in a negative manner. I loved playing table tennis when I was a kid. I used to play every day in YMCA. One day, Ghosh, my senior, asked me to play with him. His services were very good, his shots tremendous. I was good in defense. I agreed and we started the game. I found it difficult to take his services, and his shots was too much for me. He outsmarted me in the game and won the game. After the game, he passed on some comments about me, and all through the game, he mocked at me. I felt bad. I was dejected. I was let down. I felt negative. But immediately I recovered and said, game is a game. You win and you lose. I said to myself, and immediately I told him, my friend Ghosh, you played very well. And that day and night, I discussed this matter with my dad. My dad was very happy that I took it in a positive manner, and he even congratulated my opponent. He said, you have to now analyze how to beat him. So the first thing is, I will put you onto a coach. He will teach you the techniques. The next thing is, you have to work hard, practice every day for 2 to 3 hours to beat him, and definitely you will beat him. So I started taking training from this coach, a lovely coach who used to inject me every day with positive thoughts. Anand, you're a good player. Anand, you're a champion. Anand, you're a winner. And I liked it. And I practiced very hard and tried to master the services and shots. The YMCA tournament started, and I enrolled myself. I started the match, and I won the quarterfinals. Later on, I won the semifinals. And to my great surprise, Ghosh was there to, with me in the finals. He looked at me like a kid, laughed at me, and we started the finals. As he started serving, I just took the service quite coolly. He was a little bit shocked, and I was able to take his shots fluently also. He was confused and was baffled at the way I improved my game. Anyway, he lost his confidence, and I was able to concentrate and play better than him that day. And finally, I won the tournament. My dear Toastmasters and friends, positive attitude is the path to success. I understood that day. Later on in college, I had a friend named Ram. He was a very good friend of mine. One day I saw him in tears. He was literally very dejected, very bad condition. I asked him what happened. He said that his girlfriend, Kavita, who was friendly with him for more than 2, 3 years, had let him down. I told him life is part and parcel of the ups and downs. Anyway, don't worry. I injected him with positive thoughts. Forget her. You will get a better girl than her, a more beautiful girl than her, a more smarter girl than her. And he was not able to accept it. He was always cribbing, I lost her, I lost her. After him again, and I was shocked to see him have a big beard. I knew he has taken it too deep inside his heart. Again, I started advising him. I told him some positive ways that, thank God, he would have ditched you after getting married and after getting kids. What would your position be? Luckily, she left you now. He was still not able to digest it, but started thinking on his angle. And we had a small session after a few days again, and I brought out this lovely point to him. I told him that as a girl, she could forget you and live happily. Why can't you? You are a man. Think positive, man. Positiveness will surely show you the path. He said he will start thinking. Believe in it. Belief is a very powerful word, my dear friend. Nelson Mandela believed that he could get democracy to South Africa, and he got it. Gandhiji believed that he could get democracy to India, and he got it. So you believe that you are going to get a better girl than this. So he was slightly laughing and started acting in that manner, looking towards life. And my dear friends, today he's able to forget the girl, and he's married, and he has got children, and he has got a lovely children. And he now is very happy with me for injecting him with positive thoughts and positive ideas. And he was very happy that I transformed his life. And he is now able to look at things in a positive manner. Over to the table topic master.
Thank you, Toastmaster Anandan. That was a wonderful speech. That I have a round of applause for Toastmaster Anandan, sir. Just take 1 minute to write the feedback of Toastmaster Anandan. Timer, please tell me after 1 minute. Okay, thank you, Toastmaster Raman. When you have something to do, when you have something to look forward to, get up in the early. People who have something to look forward to don't need an alarm clock because they have the reason to wake up. So pay your dues to get where you want to be in your life. Before call upon the second speaker, I request the speaker's evaluator, Toastmaster Rahul, to read his objectives.
Good evening once again, Toastmasters. Firstly, because of my poor network connection, I will not be switching on my video to ensure that my audio is coming out clearly. Am I audible?
Yes, audible.
Okay. Today, Toastmaster Sumedas will be giving his Level 1 Project 3 speech, that is research and presenting. And as the title suggests, he has to research about any topic and give a well-presented speech about it. His time limit is 5 to 7 minutes. And since this is his third speech, I will be judging him on his basic speech objectives. I wish you all the best, and over to the Toastmaster of the day.
Thank you, Toastmaster Rahul. Now the second speaker is Toastmaster Sumadas. Let's welcome Toastmaster Sumadas for his research and presentation speech.
Thank you, Toastmaster of the Day. Good evening, fellow Toastmasters. I'm Sumedas from Loyola Toastmasters Club. Before I start my speech, could all of you tell me about the various types of pollution you know? Anyone?
Automobile,
Okay.
plant and machinery,
Okay.
Water pollution.
Okay. I'll go forward. Has anyone here heard about light pollution? Many must be wondering if that's even a thing, light pollution. Even I did some researching, then I found out what it is. Me living in Chennai, I never could and never will see the night sky. Let's be honest. When I went to Radhanagar beach in Andaman, I could see the entire night sky, and mere words cannot describe what I saw. Similarly, the people of Los Angeles back in 1994 faced a similar situation. So they had a massive earthquake which led to a power outage. So they could see the night sky. So what is light pollution? It is excessive use of artificial light and causes problems like glare, sky glow, light trespass, and clutter. I will go briefly into some of those light-related problems. So how bad is the situation? Almost 83% of the world's population live under light-polluted skies. The fact that you cannot see the night sky does not seem like a huge problem, but that's not the case. Before I explain the problem, let me explain sky glow. So sky glow is when you have these street lights and lights that are placed outside. When it hits the ground and it glow. So basically, all this unwanted light gets reflected back into the sky. All of you must be familiar with Las Vegas. The whole city revolves around its night lights and its casinos. The whole city's vibe revolves around it. So the lights from Las Vegas can be seen 70 kilometers away from Vegas. And you can't see the entire night sky. It's filled with light. Coming to the problem, one of the main problem of this issue, light pollution, is wastage of energy and money. Tons of money is invested into making these lights, etc., and several million tons of coal and oil are required to keep these lights on. It's not only money that's been wasted, it also adds to the carbon emission problem, where almost 15 million tons of CO2 are produced. That's only from the US. And 600 million trees would need to be planted to offset that kind of pollution. Right. And even light gets wasted. That might be surprising because you're not placing it in the right angle. Almost 35% of the light gets wasted. The second problem is effect on wildlife. Like all creatures in this earth have this biological clock. And research says nighttime physiology depends on darkness and not sleep. It's in our DNA. So when they see this artificial light, it messes up their biological clock, their breeding cycles, their migrating cycles, etc. So back in 1990 in Toronto, a man, one day he just went outside and he saw a bunch of birds dead. They died because they were blinded by the artificial lights and they went and ran into buildings. Similarly, sea turtles who are there in the ocean, the sea turtle eggs, they hatch at night. So typically what they do when they hatch out is they look for the moon and go towards the moon. So that's where the water is. But because of the artificial lights, they are often drawn to the other side. So millions of hatchlings die like this. It also happens to insects. Also, insects have also been affected in the process because of artificial light. Many people must be seeing this different kinds of insects coming and sitting on your light bulb and they eventually die out like this. They say this velakapuchi, things like that. So when insects are like the lowest rung in the food web, so when they get affected, the entire food chain also gets affected. And it also has vast effects on human health. Many must be knowing about blue light. So blue light, which comes from artificial light, does not affect the melatonin production in your body. So melatonin is a drug. It's a hormone that is produced when you're trying to sleep. It has like antioxidant properties and induce sleep, increases your immunity, etc. So research says that when this does not happen, you don't sleep, one thing, and it causes obesity, cancer, diabetes, and also other things. I'm almost nearing the end of my speech. It might seem like a not compelling issue, light pollution as compared to others like water, air, etc. But it's the easiest type of pollution that you can control by making simple changes around the house. Like you can switch off the bulbs when not required, and you can change your bulbs to energy efficient bulbs and like LEDs, uh, compact fluorescents, etc. And by doing so, you can save millions of resources, wildlife, you can save lots of creatures, and you can also save yourself and the people surrounding you, and you can lead healthy lives. Thank you. Over to the Toastmaster.
Thank you, Toastmaster Simadas. That was a wonderful speech. Let's have a round of applause for Toastmaster Simadas. Let's take 1 minute to write the feedback of Toastmaster Simadas. Timer, please inform me after 1 minute. Thank you, timer. If you seriously put your effort in the morning, you can study several chapters for your exams. What are you missing by skipping an amount of sleeping every day? What are you giving for sleeping in every day? What are you gaining by sleeping in every day? What are you achieving for sleeping in every day? Nothing. Next, the important part of our session is that is special educational session, which will be presented by our Division K Director, Kalyan sir. Kalyan sir has helped a lot for our VTC, and he has been a friend for our VTC members. Let's welcome Toastmaster Kalyan sir.
Thank you, Toastmaster today. I'll just have a quick question to each one of you. If the chat is open, see how many of us are guests here. Can you just give me a thumbs up or any reaction? Guests? 1, 2, 3. Okay, fine. 4. So I'll tell you why this question. I have a session which normally says why Toastmasters. This is what the session I have in, because we're just having in. So can we also have one more reaction from everybody? What I will do, can I just run it with my session instead of just taking my session for 20 minutes? I'll just rush it for 10 minutes, and then we will visit roles and responsibilities and meeting flows. Is that okay? Can I have a word count here? 1. I'll run with my session. What happens? Why Toastmasters? What is the benefit of being a Toastmaster? What you get being a Toastmaster? Then we will visit about quickly. As if your new XCOM is going to come, and Loyola again, your new XCOM has come in. We'll run in the roles and responsibilities of the XCOM. Then we'll slightly touch the meeting flow, having only today's meeting in mind, with reference to today's meeting. It's not a to find fault or anything. Understand what is meeting flow. Is that okay? The team OD and the presiding officer and everyone okay with that?
Yes,
right,
sir. Okay, sir.
Yes, sir. Because this,
Okay, sir.
Okay, sir.
this session is also
sorry, sir.
this session is also being recorded, so the other guests also will be able to see it later on.
Fair enough. Appreciate it. Can I have the Zoom master to give me access for me to share the screen? Zoom master. I need to share a screen. I'm sorry about the last minute request. Can you make me a host so that I can just share my screen?
This Rogel will do, sir.
Yeah, okay.
Okay.
Right. How many of you are computer students here? How many of you know this term VISIC? See, what happens is, normally I used to have this session in a very interactive session. It used to be a discussion. It is not I will not call this as an education session. It used to be just a discussion of what exactly. I am perfectly fine. Let's have a little more noise. Zoom Master, can you just unmute everybody so that let's hear noises, let's understand, let's make this as a little more interactive so we will understand what it is. So if somebody has got a very limitation on their audio, then they can just come on the chat window. Let me have my chat open. How many of you are computer students? How many of you know VISIC? Right. I asked for the TMOD to just tell people that I need a pen and paper for all the session which I have. Have you all got a pen and paper with you? Yes, no, reaction?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay. Can you all write 3 years down the line or 5 years down the line what you want to be in your life and your career? Maybe a 3 year down. See, I'll just give you a small example here. What happened was, it's very coincidental. I come from Vellore. In the sense, why coincidental I said is, this is being a joint meeting with Vellore and Chennai. When I came from Vellore, came here to a hostel. It was a culture shock to me because Vellore, I studied in a tourist college and we speaking English itself was looked in a very different way. And then here, when I come, I saw students start speaking in English. I used to avoid few batches in my class because they all spoke in English. This is where my career started, or my PG started here at Vellore. So somebody asked me, what is your 5-year plan? I asked my particular master, what am I a company? Should I have a 5-year plan? Having that same question, I'm asking all of you sitting in this room. How many of us are here? 18 people. Where do you want to see yourself in next 3 years or 5 years? Can you all make a note of it? This is going to be an exercise for us to get on to life, understand what we want in life. I always say this actually. Life gives you and life throws upon you what you want in life and what you want from life. Repeat, what you want in life and what you want from life is what? Your experiences in life, your growth in life, and your choices in life. So write yourself, put yourself, make a note. What do you want? Where do you want to see in your career or in life 3 years from now? Are we ready? Can we go to the next one? Have you all made a note?
Yes.
Right. And now, one thing, let's just see. Now, have you all written a list or only one thing you have done? Noted. A list of things or only one thing?
One thing, sir.
One.
List.
One thing.
See, I want 18. I want 18 answers. One or few.
One thing, sir.
A few things.
A couple of things, sir.
Okay, right. Okay. In which, let's accept people who have written a couple of things. It's perfectly fine. I see. Vijay, one or more, Vijay.
Yeah. Did you ask me something?
No, one or more.
More. Not just one. A couple of things, both in life and career.
Fine. So as such, we all know one particular thing is not going to take us to the next thing in life. There is going to be a list of things we need to follow. Probably, see what happens is, as I told in a one-to-one, it's much more easier for me to group you people on what is what. I'm assuming you have made a list of things, and then I'm just going into the next one. How many of you has written self-discipline will take you to the next step in life, or self-discipline will achieve what you want in life?
Yes, sir.
I wrote it, sir.
There is any table for self-discipline?
Yes, myself.
Okay, one. How many self-discipline? One,
Even I wrote it, sir.
Sir,
two,
I wrote.
three.
I wrote.
Okay, 4. Jeffrey,
Myself.
communication.
Up on my list.
Yes, sir.
I wrote.
Focus.
I wrote. sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Time management.
Yes, sir.
Definitely
Yes,
yes.
sir. Yes, sir.
I haven't written.
Let me run through you. Being a basic Toastmaster member, how you are going to get self-discipline, how you are going to get communication improved, how you get your focus improved, how you are going to get your time management improved. Timer, just give me 1 minute, 1.5 minutes or 2 minutes maximum for every topic. So I'll just touch what and what. Let me not go detail because I told you I'm just going to cover a little more on this. Let me not get into the details of how, as a member, how you can improve these topics or these titles. See, we all want to go to the next step of life. See, I'll tell you what happens on a Sunday evening. Some 20 people are here in this particular room. Instead of just doing something else, clearly tells us we want to do something addition to whatever we are doing in life. Very simple. So kudos to each one of you. Put pat yourself that you are doing something more than what others are doing. Now coming back to self-discipline, I'll tell you what happens in all these things are interconnected. See, I'll tell you the basic secret and basic understanding of life. It is not that one thing which is going to take you to the next step of life. You need to do series of things where are you going to be consistent in that particular thing is what going to take you to the next life, next step in your life. So as a member, how you will improve your self-discipline, how you will improve your communication, how you will improve your focus, how you will improve your time management, starts in any Toastmaster meeting. Let's take time management. All a Toastmaster meeting starts on time and ends on time. There is a timer who clearly tells you how the timing device is done. Kudos to the timer of the day today. He clearly said, explained individually how a prepared speech is taken care, how an evaluation is done, and how table topics is done. Everything is minuted here, so you clearly know what happens, and then at the end of the meeting you have a timer report coming and telling you what happens, how many time, what is the time duration you took. So time management is where the major challenge all of us face in life is being very regular, and then wiring this particular Toastmastering skills into your life automatically takes you in towards time management. The next thing comes focus. See, it's always said all of us want to know how many of you all want to become a DTM. Okay, for the guests, for the benefit of the guests here, DTM is the highest title which we get in Toastmastering. What happens here is, let us say how one can become a DTM. Assuming you are going to join this meeting next week, you need to give 30 speeches. Then you need to give 2 roles, which means what I mean by that is executive committee. We will just touch executive committee in the next slide of ours or in the next meeting. What happens is executive committee, in the sense, for an example, there will be a presiding officer, there will be a vice president membership. So you need to play the role of an executive committee member twice. See, till last year, the DTM journey is very different. 40 speeches, 40 meeting roles. Other way, as if we are at the end of June, from July onwards, the Distinguished Toastmaster journey is going to be very different. This is what the Distinguished Toastmaster journey is going to be. For 30 speeches, which means 2 parts, two parts you need to complete, 30 speeches, then 2 times of an executive committee, which means 1 year you should have played a role of an ExCom officer. So if it is going to be a 6 months club, it is twice. Or if it is going to be a fortnight club, it is 1 year. 1 year you should have played a role of an ExCom. So this is one is your 30 speeches, ExCom, and then you should have been a club mentor or a sponsor, and then or you should have been a club coach, or you should have taken a YLP, or you should have conducted Speechcraft. Speechcraft is nothing but a crash course of your level 1 or till CC6. The YLP is the same thing. You need to conduct 6 speeches towards any one particular school or to college students who are less than 18. So this is one, and then you need to have one, we call that as high performance leadership project, one DTM project. It can be anything. For an example, you say, I'm going to conduct a wedding for my nephew. That can also be filed as a Distinguished Toastmaster project. Let me repeat. So this is, how long is this journey? If somebody is very serious, this journey is 3.5 years to 4 year journey. So a Distinguished Toastmaster, how many of the members sitting in this room have we noted when are we going to become a DTM? Can I have a show of hands here? Focus. So this is what happens. What happens once you have something, when you are going towards a goal, is what you're going to reach that particular goal. So always, now to me as a member, This puts you into proper perspective, tells you what the focus is, what happens here is. To me personally, it's a very personal opinion. Once you have focus, once you have time management, of course, communication is default in Toastmaster. You come into any Toastmaster meeting, you get communication automatically comes in. When you have time management, when you have focus, automatically self-discipline comes in. People who have written these 4 things, or people who have written any one of particular thing, please remember all these things are interconnected. It is not, okay, self-discipline, how self-discipline comes in, you need to have a focus, you need to have a time management, you need to have a communication. Where do I wire my skills is what? It's not that I'm not saying these skills can be wired only in Toastmasters. There are n number of ways, n number of places in this world to have these skills wired. But here you have a beautiful forum called Toastmasters. It gives you pure time management, it gives you clear focus, it automatically sets your communication skills, it brings you on to your self-discipline. Being a basic member, okay, am I a member? I'm going to conduct DTM, my focus is enough. What do I do now? How am I going to implement these things? We all need a formula, right? See, self-discipline, a communication, or a focus, or a time management. We need a formula. I would personally say, sign up as an XCOM officer. What is signing up as an XCOM officer? What gives you these things? How you want to have, you should be a team player. Yes. Interpersonal skills, financial discipline, taking an action, taking help. These skills automatically is improved when you are going to be a XCOM. See, whatever I speak about, being a team player automatically is going to come when you are being a member also. But what happens is, all these skills get a little more improved or fine-tuned. Your rough edges will be much more sharpened when you are going to sign up for an XCOM, is my view. A team player, automatically a team player comes in, how a time management comes in, interpersonal skills, financial discipline, and taking an action on it and taking help. Let me explain what I did, what I developed by getting these things and in life, being a Toastmaster. What happens here is, I always get into this acronym, visit. Is map any role which you take in Toastmaster to your self-discipline, to your communication, to your focus, and to your time management. See, I'll tell you, let's quickly visit into the roles of an XCOM. What happens in a time management, and then I'll just map it personally with the other characters which we wrote. For an example, let me start with the Surgeon at Arms. Surgeon at Arms is the person who starts the meeting. He sees to it the meeting starts on time. So automatically time management comes in. So the Surgeon at Arms is going to come in 10 minutes before. 1 second, let me pin the timer. I've not pinned the timer, so I'm not sure. I'm short of time. Yeah. Okay. So Surgeon at Arms automatically comes in, gets into us off purely on what time management is all about, not necessarily at Surgeon at Arms. As I said, being a member, you know how to run on, how to give speeches within that accurate time, how to come to meeting and then arrange meeting. You clearly understand playing a timer role, where people find mistakes, how this is normally taken care. XCOM, how time management is being mapped is, as an XCOM officer, as a Vice President Education, you know 48 hours before the meeting agenda has to be sent in, and you clearly know every record speeches which is being delivered will be filed at particular appropriate time. Only then you will get to know what is your division goals or your area goals or your district goals. And purely as a contest management, clearly you know, you'll get to know how to manage time management, because your contest starts on time, ends on time, and there is a plethora of activities to be done when you are going to a contest management and time management. Here again, district leadership goes without saying. You sign up as an area director or as a division director, you clearly know what happens with other meetings, and you understand how crucial time is, because you have KPIs. For an example, as a division director, I'm in charge of 14 clubs. You need to understand how renewals are happening, how members are just completing their speeches, how other clubs are performing, and what are all the GG goals which you have. GG, as all of we know, for the guests, for the benefit of guests, GG is a golden gavel. It is an internal award of the district. So time management can be mapped with any of these things. You being a member as an ExCom officer or a contest management or a district leadership position, any role you sign up in Toastmaster, automatically time management comes in. As I always said, the moment time management comes in, focus improves, your communication automatically improves, and self-discipline comes in is my very personal view. That again in an ExCom, as I said, team player, you have to be at a bridge between your club, your member, a club, area director, club, and also to the members. Again, everything, your team automatically works only with the ExCom. See how strong the club ExCom is, that strong the club is, that strong the area is. So team management and time management, team management and interpersonal skills automatically develop. You take a sign up as a role, any trivial role. For an example, somebody may say, why should I take a role of a surgeon at arms? A surgeon at arms is the only person who has got speech slot for all the meetings. No other member. Okay, presiding officer, leave the presiding officer, because presiding officer again may not come in, or presiding officer assuming he's going to take a role of some other role that day, he's not going to have a speaking slot. Whereas a surgeon or surgeon at arms mandatory will have one particular speaking slot every week. Let's take financial discipline. Treasurer, you completely are in charge of your funds of the whole club, not necessarily treasurer alone. The surgeon at arms or a vice president membership, if you are going to collect guest fee, the financial discipline automatically improves. Let's say a contest is going to come in, a contest, there is only a 30,000 rupees cap for to run a contest. How are you going to run a contest? Immediately a financial discipline happens. Why when I say a contest, a financial discipline is, how normally a contest is done? You're going to send in a budget to your ExCom, the ExCom approves the budget, then you're going to run the contest with the budget, you're going to run, you're going to buy gifts for the judges, you're going to buy trophies. You need to manage everything with the limited resources which we have. So financial discipline comes in either in being a member or in an ExCom or in a contacts management or into a leadership. This is a theory which I always have. You can map anything with everything automatically. You need to do these stuff to improve your club, yourself, and do other things. So this is a very detailed group activity. I just rushed it just to give you an outline of, hey, look, these are all the characters we want to come up in life, and these are all the characters which takes us to the next step. We will straight away go to the question and answer. So I can just answer, and we can take it to the rest. Any questions here? Any questions?
Sir, I have a question.
Yeah.
So you said that to achieve more of the self-discipline or financial discipline, it's better we sign up for an ExCom role. But there are people who come to Toastmasters only to predominantly focus on communication. So what would you say to the people who come for communication?
Fine. Okay, agreed. See, I'll tell you something. Okay, assume, see, let's say that you need to understand this. The very tagline of Toastmasters says where leaders are made. So tagline of Toastmasters doesn't say where communication is improved. Right? So leadership, communication, of course, it's purely necessary. I'm not saying it's not that way. But other things automatically come in. It is not that, okay, you need to sign up to a Toastmaster, to an ExCom only to do this. There are few people. For an example, let's say I come from a club called Medi Toastmasters. In my club, so many people, they don't sign up for ExCom at all. There are few people who don't sign up for ExCom at all. They come here, they improve their communication, they go do contest management, they compete, and then they walk off. I'm not saying no, if you don't sign up as an ExCom, you will not get into what is a financial discipline? Not necessarily. See, don't focus, right? I said in the beginning, what you want in life and what you want from life. There again, you should ask yourself what you want in Toastmasters and what you want from Toastmasters. If you say, no, I want only communication, come here, give your speeches, and then walk off. Then just take your credits and then go. I'm not saying you must sign up as an ExCom. The skills automatically gets improved. My question to you, all of you, was, okay, what do you want? What do you think which will take you to the next step in life? What do you think this is one is limiting me, which I can't come up in life? For that, ExCom roles are necessary, contest management is necessary. How many of us sign as an area directors? How many of us sign as a division directors? Not necessary. There are only 12 divisions. How many of us can go towards a division director? So if communication is your goal, stop there. You need not have to sign up for an ExCom role. I'm not saying you must sign up for an ExCom role for you to get this. Not necessary. Any other questions?
Yes, sir. What are the roles of a club coach?
See, what happens is, I'll tell you, I will run the titles of Toastmasters. As you all know, Sergeant at Arms is a club Sergeant at Arms. Your club president, club vice president, education, in charge of the club goals, club educational goals of the members. Vice president member is in charge of the vice president member or new members. See, we all form an error of judgment there. We all think the vice president members means his work stops there when a new member comes. Actually, no, the vice president member should be in charge till the member becomes comfortable. He will handhold with the vice president education till the member completes at least one or first level at least is what I would say. Okay. Now, president is in charge. See, we will see this purely from a company perspective actually. The president is the CEO of the company. The president clearly sets the vision, runs the company. A vice president education is purely an educational person for that particular company or a knowledge base for a company. For an example, here a vice president education is going to bring in charge of all the educational goals of the members. Vice president member is in charge of the members throughout, not necessarily to bring in new members. Then comes Vice President Public Relations, VPPR. VPPR is in charge to promote meetings and then promote the meeting inside the group, our own group and outside the group. Then comes your treasurer, as the name goes, a treasurer is a treasurer. And then the secretary, as the name goes, a secretary is a secretary. For example, a secretary role is going to take care of, he's going to generate the meeting agenda, he's going to circulate the meeting agenda, he's going to write the minutes of the meeting, again he's going to come and run the minutes of the meeting later. Then comes your Sergeant at Arms. So these are all club ExCom roles. Then comes an area director. As an area director, he or she is going to be in charge of 4 clubs. Then comes a division director. As a division director, the division director is going to be in charge of 4 areas or 5 areas. Then in the hierarchy, the next level is your district trio. The division director, see what happens, a club, 3 or 4 clubs form an area, 4 or 4 areas form a division, 10 to 12 divisions form a district. So now what happens here is these are all district roles. In addition to that, when you start a new club, we have 2 sponsors and then 2 mentors. So the sponsor is a person who is going to be starting a club, helping and starting a club. So there are going to be 2 sponsors. Club mentors, assuming it's a new club, there will be 2 mentors. These mentors will they are just watchdogs. They will just understand. For an example, I am a mentor to Lala Toastmaster. I am there in their WhatsApp group. All I do is first 2-3 months, I just completely understand. I handhold the meetings. Then I let them go. Then I understand whether they are on track. So this is a work of a mentor. What happens here is, assuming if the club has got less than 12 for the past 2 terms, our term is 6 months, as you all know. Let's take, for example, it's very unfortunate, I'm quoting our own club there. For an example, Velu Toastmasters Club, if you're not crossing 8 members this time, the next time what happens is Toastmaster International is going to ask the district to appoint a coach for this particular club. Then the coach will be appointed. For a new club, it is a mentor. If suppose a new coach comes in for next month, now the coach will act as a work of a mentor. The mentor is for a new club, the coach is for an existing club which is not doing good or is suffering, which has got certain challenges. So sponsor, mentor, coach, the coach is in charge of the club. He will be guiding you or he will be hand-holding you on what to do, what is the meeting roles, that is all. It's a coach.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah. Can you take one more question? Yeah.
Sir, can you elaborate speechcraft?
No, speechcraft and YLP will take some other day because of the benefit of time. Because what happens is 16 minutes. If I'm going to take 5 minutes for a speechcraft, I'm just going to take that many number of times. Speechcraft, I'll just come on one number some other day. So a quick for an example, I'll just touch that alone. For an example, you have a college. Okay, you work in a college, right? Right. For an example, your college cannot have a Toastmaster club. Whereas you feel there is a necessity of your teachers to get trained into communication. So what we do, a speechcraft is a program. We call it as 6 speeches. Every week we will come and then we will train. Normally in a batch of 20 to 25 people will be there. Every week a team of Toastmasters will come and then they will train your teachers. Let's say you're assuming your co-professors are there. You're saying, okay, this 20, there are 20, let's say head of the departments. There are 12 head of the departments. The 12 head of the departments want the communication to be improved. In our old stream, we have CC1. See, there is something like how to communicate, how to structure a speech. From CC1 to CC6, we will handhold them. And then they will follow all the rules, and then they will sort of become much proficient into an extent of stage. So I would put it this way, it is a crash course till your CC6, or it is a crash course till your level 2. Being a Toastmaster, what will take you 6 months, a Speechcraft will make you do that in 8 weeks. It's a paid program of a Toastmaster. What happens is a district normally charges 5,000 rupees. For an example, Vellore Toastmaster clubs are in requirement or a fund. So Vellore Toastmaster club will go and pitch this Speechcraft to Auxilium or pitch this Speechcraft to a set of Rotaries, and then these people will pay that 5,000. Then that becomes a club kitty. The club will have the fund. It is not for Toastmaster or anything. The club will have that fund to improve the club and everything. So there will be seasoned Toastmasters from the club, but you need to take an approval from the district to run a Speechcraft. It's not that anybody can run a Speechcraft. You need to take an approval from the speaker. So Speechcraft is just a crash course on that, right? Answering that in the same way, Speechcraft is paid. YLP, I mentioned YLP. YLP, for an example, YLP normally we do that as a CSR of a club. The club feels okay. We are all equipped ourselves. I want to go train people in my corporation school, or there is a municipal school there. These people cannot afford Toastmastering. They can't pay. Then it can happen. In addition to that, is one more thing is available in Toastmaster. It is called Gavel. Gavel is nothing for school students. For example, Jeffrey here is a Gavelier. What happens is inside school, less than you should be a Toast. You need to have cross 18 years to be a Toastmaster. Less than 18, something is called as Gavel Club. Purely what you and me do in Toastmastering, the Gaveliers do in their schools. Gavel Club is only for the schools. This is one overall program of Toastmasters. I'll quick run, touch the meeting flow along. I'll just run it within a minute with the benefit of time. See, what happens is the meeting flow goes this way. The Surgeon at Arms comes, the Surgeon at Arms brings the room to order. He just says the mission of the meeting. The Surgeon at Arms doesn't declare open the meeting, or the Surgeon at Arms doesn't get into anything else of the theme or anything. If we say, the Surgeon at Arms, as a Surgeon at Arms, I will come, I'll just say mission and mission of Toastmaster, and then I'll just run the meeting and then hand over the control to the presiding officer. The presiding officer again will come in. The presiding officer will not give the theme of the meeting. The presiding officer will exactly come, tell anything, probably an inspiration or probably something about Toastmasters, some news to that. Presiding officer time should be 45 seconds. The presiding officer should know I should not cross for. See, what happens here is if I'm going to take 1 minute now, I'm just taking 16 minutes of people's time. So why I'm just rushing all these things is, okay, 1 minute to me is 16 minutes here. So now 40 people are sitting in a room, not necessarily Toastmasters. You get into any room. For example, you being in a college, you are giving the address to 50 people. 1 minute is equal to 50 minutes. So remember, you are accountable for every minute. Each one of you sitting in this room, you are accountable for the minutes which people are there in that particular room. So what happens is, the presiding officer maximum takes 45 seconds to 1.5 minutes to give a speech and then hand over the flow to the TMOD. TMOD again, 45 minutes to 1.5 minutes is what maximum between every speeches. The TMOD introduces the team. See, what happens here is that a mistake all of us do. As soon as we see a mic, as soon as we get a forum, and immediately we start preaching. It's quite human. You give me a situation, I will also start preaching. Okay, so we are quite human. So let's not. But here, preaching and not is in one-to-one. You go do it after meeting. But here you are in charge of the timing for all the members who are present in this particular room. So ideal is the TMOD takes 1.5 minutes and then gives an intro, hands over to the GE, the perfect design, GE and then GE timer, counter and grammarian, and then comes back. And one particular improvement I want to give you a suggestion is I'm just seeing a 1 minute silence of a TMOD that is not required, that has not been in meeting format at all. See, the evaluator will make a note of his evaluation. You need not have to give in 1 minute there. Again, you repeat 1 minute of your time, perfectly fine. 25 minutes, 25 people are in this particular room. You are taking 25 minutes and then putting the room in silence for 25 minutes, not necessary. So that is one. And then another thing, so TMOD and then education section or the table topics. then GE, and the end of the meeting. I think this is all overall. We'll visit it quite often. As it cover everything today, especially having the XCOM election next week, and also also their new team is coming in. I want to touch all these things. That's why I just ran at everything. Over to the Toastmaster of the day. We will meet again some other day, and then give you thank you very much. Thank you, everybody. Tamil Narasimha, more to the Toastmaster.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. We heard wonderful information from Toastmaster Kalyan, sir. It will be very much useful for our VTC members, and surely we will follow and keep this in our mind for the coming session, sir. Next, I would like to conduct a small fun activity before the table topic session. For this activity, Toastmaster Jerome have to help for me. That is, in this fun activity, I will show 5 things. After I am showing each and everything, which are easily available in our house only. After I am showing each and everything, all of them go and bring that thing and show before the screen. So the person who shows first before the screen is declared as a winner. Toastmaster Jerome, are you ready to help me? Hello, Toastmaster Jerome?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Okay, shall we start the activity? Shall we start? Okay. The first thing is pencil. Pencil. No one shows.
Toastmaster Sumedas has shown a pencil.
So Sumedas, very good, very good. Sumedas is the winner. So next one is a mask. Bring me a mask. Okay, Jerome is the winner. So the next one is a show a key. A key.
Anandan sir.
No one shows.
Anandan sir. Then Geoffrey also showed up.
Geoffrey and Anandan are the winner. And next one is a show a onion.
I think Rahul has gone to get. I think Raman also has gone.
Okay. Who is the winner?
No, I don't think anyone has an onion.
Nobody brings the onion. Okay. Okay. Next we move. Bring me a book. Show a book.
Vijay, I think Mr. Toastmaster Vijay, I think, and Manimegla ma'am as well.
Okay, Manimegla and Vijay is a winner. Okay. Now, I hope we all enjoyed this little fun activity. The next interesting segment of the Toastmaster meeting is the table topic session. I would like to call our table topic master, Toastmaster Devendran, for a set of short speeches. Welcome, sir.
Thank you, Toastmaster Tamil Narasimha. And every day when we woke up, we always have a positive energy and start our day by means of learning something new to shine like a sun. Same way, when we start the day with a negative thoughts, it will be so hard to pass the entire day. So we should always believe that if we can, we can. If we can't, we can't, because everything comes from our thoughts. So good evening, Toastmasters and guests. Today I will be the table topic master for this session. And so what is the table topics? Table topics helps us to improve on our thoughts, and this is a part of a Toastmaster where we can improve on instant thinking, impressive thinking, and innovative thinking. Situations in life maybe we have to think instantly and don't have time to prepare or think what to do. So that where the table topics helps us in our life. So I think at some points we have to take the first step to achieve our goals, and the rest fall as like that. So likewise in table topics, our first step is to get volunteer and choose the topic. So is there a volunteer and choose the first topic? Can I have a volunteer? Can I have a volunteer?
Okay, myself.
Can I unmute? Yes, sir. Thank you, Toastmaster Anandan. Your topic will be, if you cannot do great things, do small things in a great way. I repeat, if you cannot do great things, do small things in a great way.
In order to do great things, we also have to start with doing small things. Discipline is a very small thing which will lead you to great heights. Focus is also a small thing which will lead you to become a great leader. Thinking is also a small thing which will make you a big leader. So many small things like thinking, focusing, discipline, all small things will make you become a great leader. So you have to master these small things to become a great leader. In order to do great, all great stalwarts were all ordinary people who started doing things in a very, very small way. So in order you pick up something and then start doing it from the basics. That's what it means. Start doing from basics. And then once you complete the basics, you will be able to look at a wider angle. And when you're able to look at a wider angle, you're able to look at the sky. First, look at the earth. Then look at the space in between the sky and the earth. And then you look at the sky. This is how your perspectives of looking at things goes on. So you master basics and you master the middle things, and then you become a great leader. Over to the table topic master.
Thank you, Toastmaster Anandan. And it was really a wonderful speech and great thing. And can I have a second volunteer to have the second topic? Any volunteer? You can unmute yourself and can I have one more volunteer? The case can also can join. Can have the topic.
Yes, sir, myself.
Okay. So your topic will be you don't have to be great to start, but you have to start to be great. I repeat, you don't have to be great to start, but you have to start to be great.
Yes. Dear Toastmaster and guests, you want to be great. You no need to be great initially. Since I could remember many of our success people in our in one country or in some abroad. Like in our own country, we can take Tirubani Ambai. He is one of the the richest man in India, isn't it? So, but he started in his career as a I think is a small vendor. Now he became is the richest man in the country. How it possible? So then again I can say our Prime Minister Modi ji, he was a tea vendor, but now he became as the greatest man of India. So then another example I could say even APJ Abdul Kalam. Yes, he born in a very small village. he became president of India. So we can say in few other examples also, like Sundar Pichai, even our Microsoft owner, Bill Gates, everyone we can take them as an example. So to set our goal, so we could get the what ideas or the motivation from this kind of success people. So I could say to lead our life in a greater way, we need not to be great at initially, but we should, what Sir Toastmaster Kalyan said, we should be self-disciplined, focus, time management, and we should have the communication to lead this world. All of this will make us great. So over to TTM.
Thank you, Toastmaster Manimegalai, and really we enjoyed the speech on how we have to start to be great to achieve our goals. And can I have, due to time concern, we'll be having 3 topics. So I want one more, the last volunteer to have the topic and present.
Can I go ahead?
Yeah, sure.
Yes.
Your topic will be the best way to predict the future is to invent it. The best way to predict the future is to invent it.
I'm audible, right?
Yeah.
Good evening, Toastmasters. Most of us want to achieve something in life. We want to become the other person who has achieved a lot of things.
Sorry, Venkat. It's not audible. It's not, the audio is not.
Is it audible now?
Yeah. Now it's clear.
Right. With every new dawn, what we fear is whether I'm capable enough of doing this or not, whether I have the potential to do it or not. And these fears often bring us down and prevent us from even starting. But if you take examples of great people, they have achieved something today because they have dared to start something. And they have created their futures instead of waiting for it to just happen by themselves. They say opportunity doesn't knock the door twice. And whenever it does, it's up to you to just grab it and make full use of it. Earlier, I was even afraid of stepping into the water because whenever I did, I would drown and become breathless. And I would often go home and cry myself to sleep that day. But it was then that I realized that it's up to me to overcome this fear. And soon, I started learning swimming step by step. I would wake up every day early in the morning at dawn and then go to my nearest swimming pool and start practicing every day. And soon, I gradually lost this fear. And now I'm able to swim properly and I even take part in competitions as well. So it was me who decided that I won't go in the way my fate wants me to do, but I would create something for myself. And this gave me a life lesson that people might say that there's destiny, there's future, and you can control certain things. But if you have the right willpower and the dedication to do stuff, you can obviously mold your future the way you want it. And you can also become the person whom you are expecting you to become. Over to the tabletop master.
Thank you, Toastmaster Venkat, and really we enjoyed the speech. And once again, I thanks to all the volunteers for having the topic. And over to the TM.
Thank you, table topic master. For one day, just one day, wake up for 4 a.m. See the changes and accomplishments. Wake up for 4 a.m. for the second day and do the same thing. Do it for 1 week, do the same thing, and do it for 21 days to become as it's an habit. Now, I would like to call our general evaluator, Toastmaster Manimegalai, to give the evaluation of the whole session.
Yes, thank you, Toastmaster Tamilarasi. Good evening again. Yes, we know that evaluations are the fertilizers for our self-growth, isn't it? So in this way, now let's see the evaluation report. For that, I would like to call the first speaker, Toastmaster Anandan's evaluator, Toastmaster Geoffrey, to report his evaluation. Toastmaster Geoffrey from Loyola.
Yeah. Good afternoon, everyone. Good evening, actually. The last time I was here, I remember Toastmaster Jerome saying Toastmaster Anandan has a really good storytelling ability. And sir, you do. You have this wonderful ability to just capture us in the moment. You started off with a quote. I don't remember what the quote is exactly, but it was something along these lines. If you're able to look at the positive side, then you'll be able to live a better life than the ones who look at things negatively. And after that quote, I knew I could like tick off the criteria, which was you trying to motivate us. And I kind of guessed that you were going to tell us a story about how you motivated yourself or how others motivated you. And you did that. So you started off by talking about your childhood where you were playing table tennis. And then somebody beat you and you were taken back for a moment, but then there were people there to help you out. And that was relatable to us college students because, we are going out there, we're playing sports and, we don't always win every time. So since it was relatable, it was motivational to me as well. And then you did something different. You talked about how you helped your friend when he broke up with his girlfriend. Right. So the first story talked about how somebody helped you, and the second story, talked about how you helped somebody. You didn't exactly say that if we're going to get something, we should give it back as well. But both the stories somehow helped us or somehow explained the importance of giving and taking as well. Now, the second story was more relatable to me or my friends who are from Loyola Toastmasters Club, because we've all been through that part. We've either had a girlfriend or a boyfriend, or we've been there to help people who've broken up. We've been there to help people overcome their breakup or move on. And I'm really glad you took both these stories because, when speeches are relatable, you tend to listen to them and you tend to grasp things more easily. You had good clarity. Your vocal variety was top notch. You knew where to pause and your pitch was perfect as well. One thing I want to suggest is that it'd be really good if you could keep your phone a little back, just push it away and make it stand against the wall and the table so that your face and this much part of the body is seen. While you're speaking, only your face and the neck was seen and the ceiling was seen as well. So the ceiling is not really necessary when you're in a video conference, right? So just make sure next time onwards you put the phone a little back. In conclusion, the speech was great. So again, you have great storytelling abilities. I look forward to hear you speak again. Thank you. Have a good day.
Yes, thank you, Jeffrey. Next, I would like to call the second speaker, Toastmaster Sumenda's evaluator, Toastmaster Rahul, for read his evaluation report. Toastmaster Rahul.
Am I audible?
Yes, yes.
Okay. So the beginning of his speech, Toastmaster Sumedas started off asking the audience a question. And this, I feel, was an amazing way to start the speech because not only did he capture the attention of the audience, but he was able to create a connection with them. Now, as his speech progressed, there were certain areas where I really felt he had amazing hand gestures. For example, when he was saying little insects, his fingers were really close. And when he was transitioning from one point to the other, his arms moved towards from the right to the left or left to the right. One really amazing aspect of Toastmaster Sumedas' speech was his clear voice that was able to get to us all really clearly and let the information come in. And I really believe he has met his objectives of researching and presenting because the details which he mentioned in the speech shows the amount of research that he has done. Now, just like today, how Toastmaster Kalyan suggested some points for us to take our life to the next level, I have some points for you to take your speeches to the next level as well. Now, however, your voice is very clear, and how I feel you can use this to your advantage is by having some effective pauses while you're speaking. When you were transitioning from one point to the other, I felt there was a lack of pauses. Now, why I feel pauses are very important is because the pause is the time where the information you're giving is getting imprinted in the audience's mind. And if the pause is not there, it is just going to end up being a smudge. Uh, and another thing which I noticed while you were giving your speech was there was a bit of jittery movement while you were sitting on your chair. You were shaking a bit, like you moved towards from the right to the left. And this I felt was a bit distracting for the audience, especially me. And what I would suggest is if you can sit like straight in a very poised manner, this will not be as distracting for the audience. And this is not something I feel that can be done only in a virtual meeting, but in real meetings and on a stage as well. Lastly, I felt there was a bit of disconnect from the audience when you looked away from your screen. I felt you were looking at a wall or looking some to the ceiling, and this was a bit this created a bit of disconnect for the audience and kind of broke the connection which you created in the beginning while asking a question. To summarize, you started off your speech in an amazing way by interacting with the audience. You had amazing hand gestures and a very clear voice. Some areas where you can improve are having effective pauses, controlling the jittery movements, and just improving on the eye contact. I know you will become an amazing speaker in the future. I really look forward to listening to your future speeches. Over to the general evaluator.
Yes, thank you, Toastmaster Raghu. Yes, before I give my report, let me call my tag team to give their reports. First, I would like to call upon the timer of the day, Toastmaster Raman, to give us a report. Toastmaster Raman.
Thank you, General Evaluator, and good evening, fellow Toastmasters. Now, firstly, I'd like to declare that we had no time disqualifications today, and I'd like to read out the individual timings of the speakers. So, starting off with the prepared speech, Toastmaster Anandan beautifully explained us about having a good belief, hard work, and positive attitude in 7 minutes and 10 seconds. Toastmaster Sumedas gave us an insight on a new topic, that's light pollution, in 5 minutes and 40 seconds. Moving on with the table topics, Toastmaster Anandan spoke about the importance of how small things lead to big achievements in 1 minute and 43 seconds. Toastmaster Manimekalai said about the significance of having a good start in 1 minute and 36 seconds. Toastmaster Venkat spoke about the having a good starting point in 1 minute and 30 seconds. Moving on with evaluations, Toastmaster Jeffrey evaluated Anandan's speech in 3 minutes and 22 seconds. Toastmaster Rahul evaluated Toastmaster Sume's speech in 3 minutes and 3 seconds, which is on dot. So I'd like to again emphasize that we do not have any time disqualifications today, and over to the general evaluator.
Yes, thank you, Toastmaster Raman. It is great to know that there is no disqualification in this session. Next, I would like to call upon the account of today's session, Toastmaster Rahul, to give away his report. Toastmaster Rahul.
So good evening, fellow Toastmasters. So here is today's R counter report. So first, for the prepared speeches section, Toastmaster Anandan used 2 hours, 10 ums, 1 so, and 9 ands. Toastmaster Sumedas, you use 4 ums, 5 likes, 6 so's, 1 but, 1 I mean, and 1 well. Toastmaster Kalyan, you used 10 ums, 1 you know, 1 but, and 1 I mean. Now moving on to the table topic section, Toastmaster Anand, you used just 2 ands. Toastmaster Mani Megalai, you used 6 ums, 1 so, and 1 but. Toastmaster Venkat, you just used 3 ands. And moving on to the evaluation section, Toastmaster Jeffrey, you used 10 ums, 5 you knows, 2 so's, 1 but, 5 ands, and 1 I mean. And Toastmaster Rahul George used 2 ums, 1 like, and 1 but. So that's it for today. Over to the general evaluator.
Yes, thank you, Toastmaster Rahul, for your detailed counter report. Next, I would like to call upon Toastmaster Rahul for give away his grammarian report. Toastmaster Rahul.
Good evening once again, Toastmasters. So today, as the grammarian, I did not notice any major grammatical mistakes from any of the speakers. However, I have two minor suggestions for two of our Toastmasters. First one is Toastmaster Anandan. The speech was really good. However, I felt towards the end of his speech, there was a repeated usage of and in a single sentence. And I felt this extended the sentence for longer than necessary. And secondly, Toastmaster Mani Megalai, in your table topic speech, you had mentioned, you used the word or words success people. I felt usage of successful people would have been better in the sentence. And lastly, today Toastmaster Venkat was the only one who used the word of the day. I do not know if it was because of the disconnection that happened in the beginning of when I was introducing my grammarian role, that maybe led the word of the day to be useless. But yes, that's all from my side as the grammarian, and back to the general evaluator.
So, thank you, Toastmaster Rahul. This here is my report. First of all, I would like to thank our Division Director Toastmaster Kalyan for his useful and wonderful information for us. Really, as said, Toastmaster Tamilasi, we will follow your information and points to improve our self as well as VTC growth. Next, I would like to move on our VTC session, today's session. So today we have started a little bit late, like 5 minutes late. So we should concentrate on time management, as Toastmaster Kalyan said. So hereafter we will have to concentrate, focus on to start on time. Next, I would like to comment on Toastmaster of the day, Toastmaster Tamilarisi. Ma'am, you did a wonderful job today. Even you have conducted a fun activity. Really, I enjoyed. Hope everyone enjoyed on this. So this will really make our weekly session related more. Yes, others also should conduct this kind of activities while doing TMOD, but provided we have to follow the time limit as Toastmaster Kalyan noted. Next, I'll move on to the evaluators report. Today, the speaker one is Toastmaster Anandan in the level 3 speech, project 3. Actually, we know all Toastmaster Anandan is a storyteller, good storyteller. Today also he has proved that. That the evaluator of Toastmaster Anandan, Toastmaster Geoffrey narrated all the points. He covered every point. So one more point I should emphasize. So Toastmaster Anandan, you please work on voice modulation. I know you are emphasizing on certain words, but you have to improve your voice modulation, because if you are doing voice modulation, definitely your the speech will be amazing still more. Next, the speaker to evaluator, Toastmaster Rahul. Yes, Toastmaster Rahul, I thank and appreciate your work. You have done a good job because you have narrated what are the points I want to say. Every point you have covered. Then the Toastmaster Sumendas, congratulations for your research and development project completion. You have done your excellent presentation today on research and you gave a great awareness on light pollution. Hereafter, we all should add one more pollution is a light pollution. Usually, we'll tell air pollution, water pollution, and all. So now we have know about we have got the idea about light pollution too. Thank you for that. Then Rahul, you started, you gave an introduction. You covered with body and ended with summary. It's a good job. Thank you for that. Next, I'll move on to TTM. TTM today, Toastmaster Devendran, you did wonderful job because your topics were amazing. All are linked with the today's theme, rice and shine. So kudos for you, sir. Then the first table topic speaker was Toastmaster Anandan. Sir, you did wonderful job because you just started with spontaneous link with the given topic. You just usually you will touch with your personal note. Here also you narrated your personal story. So that was amazing. Then one more thing I want to suggest you that, sir, your speech should be started with intro and continue with body and end with conclusion. Here you are speech for having intro and body, but you just missed the conclusion of the given point. That's one point I want to suggest. Otherwise, it was amazing and good. Next, the second attempt was done by me. You please give later what I did on that topic. Next, the third attempt was done by the Toastmaster Venkat. So Toastmaster Venkat, you actually joined as a guest. So it was amazing because you just started as a flow of your given topic and you narrated with your personal story and the hand gestures, the enthusiasm. It was great. Kudos to you. One thing I want to emphasize, you please just what you just link with the audience. That's why I missed, but apart from that, it was good, great. Next, dear Toastmasters, I think today we had a great session with the Toastmaster Kalyan and other guests' presence. Thank you for the opportunity. Over to Toastmaster of the day, Toastmaster Kalyan.
Thank you, Toastmaster Manimegalai. Finally, by summarizing, the things we have to do in Brahma Muhurta are read, meditate, the daily plan, introspect, and remember our parent, Guru, and God. The things not to do in Brahma Muhurta are to don't eat and don't do any stressful activities. So challenge yourself. You will be a millionaire, a billionaire, a successful story of a CEO and a boss. By giving you will be any good position by giving a few hours a day by waking 4 a.m. Next, I hand over the session to our presiding officer, Toastmaster Manimegalai.
Yes, good evening all. I hope we had a great and wonderful and useful session today. So I thank each one. I thank Toastmaster Kalyan for joining us. I thank Loyola members because you are the one support for us to continue our session in a fruitful manner. Thank you guys. And I thank Toastmaster Jerome also because still he is supporting and encouraging us. Toastmaster and please, Toastmaster Kalyan sir, I put on request to you now. Please keep on guiding and supporting. I know you will, but I put as a request here. That. So hope you all enjoyed this session. It will continue hereafter. Congratulations and thank you all. Over to SAA.
Yes, Master.
So please unmute yourself.
Okay, sorry. Good evening, Toastmasters, friends, guests. Today's session was a very useful, wonderful, enlightening session. I hope everybody enjoyed the session. About the guests, any guests, Vijay Surana, are you interested in telling about your experience? Vijay Surana, is he there?
Yeah, I am here, sir.
Yes, Vijay.
Hello, everyone. Thanks, Mr. Anandan, for giving me an opportunity to be present here. This is my first experience to be in a club of such kind. I was amazed, when I saw on FB that there's a Toastmasters club in Vellore. I used to, wonder if we would have such a club. Then I got the number, then I spoke with you and you invited me for this session. I think I'll be joining in soon. And I'd like to even, contribute to the speaking and the sessions and various things which Mr. Kalyan has explained today. But I need to understand it further, and I'd like to contribute much in the coming times. But it was a great experience today. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you, Vijay, for your beautiful explanation about Toastmasters. I hope you join and enjoy this session. And Mr. Kalyan is going to tell you much.
I'll just take a minute here. See yes. how bad we are as we are promoting ourselves. Vijay is a good friend. Vijay is a very good friend, a client, well-wisher, everything to me. I know Vijay, I think, Vijay, 3-5 years, Vijay?
Yeah.
Almost 5 years we know each other. But I come from Vellore, he's again at Vellore. We don't know, he doesn't know that I belong to one fraternity, and he doesn't know that there is a club at Vellore. This is what the gap is. If all of us can fit in that particular gap, it will be much more easier. Because also, I'm seeing the name of Shada, I look at Vijay is there. So that's how it is. Welcome on board, Vijay. Come on, join in. It will be of great help. The journey will be very great. Looking forward to have you on board, Vijay.
Thank you very much.
Any other guests interested in telling your experience? Any other guests?
Yes, Venkat, please.
Good evening, Toastmasters. So I am from Brisa Toastmasters VIT, and this is the first time I'm attending VTC session. It was very informative. Kalyan sir, thanks for telling us all the roles and responsibilities, and regarding time management, which is very important in a session. I really like the theme, which is Rise and Shine, and the speeches were really amazing. I look forward to attending more sessions. It was a really wonderful experience, sir. Thank you.
Thank you, Venkat. Siddharth, can you say a few words?
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay. Good evening, Toastmasters. I am Siddharth. I am I'm the upcoming VPM of Clima. And I tuned in a bit late. I think I tuned in around activities time, but it was my first time seeing how VTC functions as a club. It is pretty fun. It's pretty exciting, and I never expected it would be this interesting. So, but I hope to attend more sessions of yours in the future. And yeah, that's it. Thank you.
Thank you, Siddharth. Over to SAA.
One more thing, one last thing I would like to mention. I think a very big thanks to Loyola Toastmasters Club for coming up with this idea of combined sessions, and it was great having you guys, and I'm really thankful for this wonderful session. So please do support us whenever possible, and even though this is a combined session, even if you guys join us for our normal sessions, we'll be very grateful. We know that especially you guys have been very helpful with us, and we thank you for that. And thank you for the guests as well for joining. Over to the SA. Thank you.
So it looks everybody who was present in this session really enjoyed every moment of their life. So thanks to VTC for conducting this session in a very good manner, very interesting manner. And we once again thank Kalyan for his great contribution in bringing out to light many things about Toastmasters. And I want to thank you once again, Mr. Kalyan, for bringing in the other clubs in Club Growth group. It was a wonderful idea of yours. So we are able to see so many other groups in Chennai, Mumbai, and I was very happy to witness Alwarpet Toastmasters Club. Oh, great! What a fantastic club it is. Please do bring us to get in touch with such good clubs. We are able to witness their sessions much more in a future club growth. Thank you very much. And now I bring this session to an end. Thank you all for participating.